This a recap of as much information that could be gathered as of 3 p.m. MSK and 2 p.m. EET on Sunday, March 21, 2022. Some of the details provided may be late or inconsequential. It is estimated that over 3 million war-torn people have found refuge in Poland and Europe. Canada expects over 30,000, which adds to their current resettlement of over 100,000 Afghans and Syrians. So far, the Biden administration has not been very open to these displaced people. Although approximately $1 billion has been approved in aid, some say accepting those fleeing from war zones is tenuous because of politics and voting. The war has shifted in this new phase, has focused multiple strikes on cities in all directions. Corridors of escape have opened but do not remain safe for long. At one point, most refugees could find clear paths to the west, but those are narrowing due to continued shelling.
We understand that the building that was hit here was some kind of an aircraft repair factory. It's not clear whether that was the intended target or if it was something else, but it certainly fits with the pattern.
The western city of Lviv was the new home for many ambassadors and media, but was hit by 6 missiles over the weekend.
Said that foreign weapons coming into the country would be fair targets. Foreign soldiers, mercenaries as they call them, would be fair targets. In fact, the Russians, when they hit the military base near the Polish border west of the city of Lviv a while back, the Russians said that they had also hit a large cache of foreign supplied weapons.
The stout defense against a relentless Russian attack is commendable. Ukraine is overmatched in all categories except maybe willpower. However, I think most Western analysts has been wrong. None of the battle plan has been stalled and the invader has been able to bomb with impunity. Interceptor batteries have rejected some incoming missiles, but the falling debris has landed on apartments. With no enemy air power, the Russians have complete and absolute air superiority. So you might ask, why hasn't Russia bulldozed their weaker opponent? Since the last World War, civilian casualties have been a great concern. The complete erasure of cities is no longer a military goal, and live stream of human slaughter creates worldwide condemnation in real time.
Back at the concert, the live broadcast of President Putin's speech abruptly cuts to a pre-recorded concert. The Kremlin blamed the snafu on a server problem.
In a full Moscow stadium, Putin reiterated the purpose and praised its success. He is still calling this a special operation with the goal of ridding Nazis from Ukraine and demilitarizing the nation. The blitz of 3 weeks ago was only to cross the border, which is typically a high-casualty operation. Speed was Russia's friend, and once inside the border, civilians, infrastructure and the court of public opinion forces militaries to use precision and patience. As of now, free trains are in use to transport women and children to safety. If Russia wanted to bomb these train stations or sabotage the rail, it would take very little effort but would ignite worldwide condemnation. I am as well reminded by analysts that Putin doesn't care about civilians, but why has he allowed anyone to escape? He could just as easily launch high-yield nuclear weapons, but again he is not. From a strictly military perspective, the formula for a Russian victory can't rely on being over-aggressive. The president of Ukraine has repeated his defiance of this invasion and its long-term consequences. He continues to plead for more assistance from NATO, Europe and America. He specifically called out Germany for continuing business-related activities with Russia. However, the situation on the ground is still very bad. The food supply chain is breaking. Aid and medicine are scarce. Running water and sanitation is profoundly diminished. The embattled president plainly wants to stop this destruction and wants to resume peace talks. In a conciliatory gesture, Ukraine has stepped away from becoming a NATO member. This point is a key component to Russian demands. However, it's obvious more must be given before Russia stops their attack.
Sergei Lavrov said on Sunday that Moscow hoped for a comprehensive agreement on security issues, including Ukraine's neutral status.
Military perspective, the formula for a Russian victory can't rely on being over-aggressive. NATO has not engaged themselves in real-world military action but has trained. NATO can be on the doorstep in no time, and Russia knows this. Throwing too much effort and objective can leave flanks and rear undefended. No one should scrap basic military discipline just because we can annihilate each other with nukes. It's common sense, not stalling. By allowing civilians to flee, the city's become an authorized killing zone. Who is going to tell Russia that it's wrong to bomb a hotel when the hotel has no civilians but plenty of soldiers? By strategically and methodically taking key sectors, Russia prevents large-scale civilian issues and military casualties while accomplishing incremental gains. Now, we all know killing of anyone is bad and killing innocents is worse, but even in modern war there are acceptable levels of violence. We can't forget that in 20 years of war in the Middle East close to 1 million innocent lives were lost. This conflict is disrupting various areas of life for many.
Videos circulating on social media show elderly Russians who remember Soviet shortages swooping up sugar. The price rose nearly 13% last week. The government says
approximately 30% of the world's wheat and grain supply come from Ukraine and Russia. American astronauts use the Soyuz, a Russian transport, to travel back and forth to the International Space Station. A team of Russian cosmonauts arrived this weekend, and all was normal. Russia unveiled a new hypersonic missile. It travels at 10 times the speed of sound, reducing reaction time, and can adjust in flight to avoid interceptors or find alternative targets. The missile destroyed an underground ammo depot and killed the security force guarding it.
In a briefing on Saturday, the Russian Defense Ministry revealed it used the hypersonic Kinzhal missile system, claiming a strike destroyed an underground arms depot of missiles and aircraft ammunition in the town of Delatin, located about 100 kilometers from. They are highly effective at striking targets and difficult to defend against with existing air defense systems.
This was once a school, a place of peace and learning. Not anymore. Waves of Russian airstrikes have bombarded the city for weeks. Civilians say they can't even bury the dead as fighting rages on.
Nature, nurture, heaven and home. Some evolving by them driven to conquer every mountain shown, but I've never crossed the river. Brave the forest, brave the stone, brave the icy winds and fire, braved and beat them on my own, yet I'm helpless by the river. Angel, angel, what have I done? I face the quakes, the wind, the fire. I've conquered country, crown and throne. Why can't I cross this river? Angel, angel, what have I done? I face the quakes, the wind, the fire. I've conquered country, crown and throne. Why can't I cross this river? Pay no mind to the battles you've won. It'll take a lot more than rage and muscle. Open your heart and hands, my son, or you'll never make it over the river. It'll take a lot more than words and guns, a whole lot more than riches and muscle. The hands of the many must join us. and together we'll cross the river. It'll take a lot more than words and guns, a whole lot more than riches and muscle. The hands of the many must join as one, and together we'll cross the river. Nature, nurture, heaven. It'll take a lot more than words and guns. Some are falling by the a whole lot more than riches and muscle. To conquer every mountain. The hands of the many must join as one, and together we'll cross the river. Brave the forest, brave. It'll take a lot more than words and guns. Brave the icy winds, a whole lot more than riches and muscle. Brave and beat them on. The hands of the many must join as one, and together we'll cross the river. And together we'll cross the river. And together we'll cross the river. Nature, nurture, heaven and home.
Hypersonic weapons travel at least 5 times faster than the speed of sound. 5 times the speed of sound is roughly 4,000 miles per hour. At that speed, a hypersonic weapon could travel between New York and Beijing in about 1 hour and 40 minutes. Some weapons could travel even faster, up to about 20 times the speed